Super Bowl champs, and it comes your way next.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, everybody, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And boy, how many times have we seen this from Tyreek Hill? That ability to take the ball in and turn upfield.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
From the 29, Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go,
there is a hush indeed. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Wilson. Swinging this out for Pollard. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Wilson finding Crowder there, first down New York. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 25 carries, 83 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try to find some people up and down the field. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days. Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles. Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Dancing to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it second down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you've got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
50 seconds to Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Wilson. Crowder's got it over the middle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in his first half. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. On play action, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started up in Detroit as the LA Chargers pay a rare visit to Ford Field. And in the late stages of the first half, it's the Lions who are out in front. DeAndre Swift with a rushing touchdown there. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Christian McCaffrey, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Darius Slayton up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there. The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3, and they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Mahomes right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And again, it's Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He'll buy some time right. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And quickly, they get to the line. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown. How about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this?
He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Butker now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Jeffries. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Wilson now to throw on third down. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Mahomes firing complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shot.
Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. To Marcus Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On 1st down, Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a give here to Pollard. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Pollard going to try the right side. But he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Wilson to throw. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. It means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for him.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. Mahomes. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Here's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for